You're 12 years old, barefoot, kicking dust outside your family's wooden hut in rural Ming-era China, late 1500s. The sun is high, your stomach empty, when the sound of wheels cuts through the village. A carriage stops, black lacquer, gold trim, too clean, too expensive. A man steps out wearing silk, his face expressionless, eyes cold and assessing, not like someone meeting a child, but like someone inspecting merchandise. He doesn't greet you. He checks your hands, your feet, your teeth, your posture. You don't understand what's happening until silver hits your father's palms. Heavy. Final. No negotiation. No goodbye. You're taken. Not as a servant, not as a bride, as property destined for the imperial inner court. Your mother collapses, crying your name, as the carriage pulls away. Her face fades behind dust and distance. You're 12. You can barely tie your own hair. And now you're being transported toward the Forbidden City, a place girls whisper about but never return from. The cart smells of sweat and horses. Your stomach twists, not just from hunger, but fear. You've heard the stories. Girls like you disappear. The gates loom ahead, towering red walls, massive doors. Inside, men with blank expressions herd you forward like animals. Eunuchs, silent, efficient. You're stripped naked in a cold hall. Hands prod your body. Your face, your feet. One girl is dismissed for a crooked nose. Another is approved because her feet are small enough. That's when you learn about foot binding. They break your bones, fold them inward, wrap them tight. They call it beauty. You call it agony. You scream for days, weeks. You learn quickly that pain is expected, silence is required. You barely pass inspection. Welcome to the harem. Silk walls, soft carpets, whispered threats. Older concubines stare at you with eyes sharpened by years of survival. These women are not mentors. They are predators. Every smile hides calculation. Every gesture is a test. Your first assignment is serving tea to a senior consort. Your hands shake. You pour too slowly. She strikes you. The sting burns, but tears are dangerous here. The rules are simple. Obey, be useful, stay alive. Mistakes don't get corrected, they get erased. A girl whispers to you that someone spilled wine on a noble last week. She vanished. Some say she's buried beneath the palace stones. This place isn't a palace, it's a war zone, and your only weapon is your appearance. A year passes. You're 13 now, trapped inside the inner court, a prison disguised in silk and gold. The air smells of jasmine and fear. You limp on bound feet, every step a knife in your bones. Pain means you're still breathing. You wake before dawn, scrubbing floors, while senior consorts mock you. Your job is to make them shine while remaining invisible. Move too slow, punishment. Spill a drop, starvation. Hunger teaches obedience faster than words ever could. Everyone knows the prize is the emperor's attention, and everyone is willing to kill for it. You're taught how to bow, how to smile, how to hold a fan just right. But the real danger is gossip. That girl with the jade hairpin? She accused you of stealing. Now you clean latrines while she flirts her way closer to power. Another concubine warns you quietly, trust no one. Silk hides strangulation, better than rope. She's right. A girl is caught speaking to a guard. Eunuchs drag her away. Her screams echo through the corridors. Later servants say the koi ponds were fed well. Your chance comes during a banquet. You're dressed in silk worth more than your entire village. It's not a gift, it's a leash. You pour wine for a noble whose breath reeks of rice liquor. His fingers brush your wrist. You don't react. The emperor's mother watches from above, her gaze sharp enough to slice. One tremble, one spill, one wrong look. Gone. You set the cup down perfectly. Step back. Silence. Acceptable, the consort mutters. A small mercy. The gong sounds. The emperor arrives tonight. Your heart pounds like a drum. If he notices you, your life could change. If not, you're disposable. Hundreds were starved during the last purge. You're carried to his chambers. Curtains sway like burial cloth. The doors close. Inside stands a man whose desires decide life or death. He speaks softly. threateningly. Please me. You survived the night, but you're no longer the same. By 15, you're hardened. You've memorized the harem's rules. Charm upward, watch sideways, never relax. A girl falls from a balcony. They say it was an accident. Her scarf drifts down like a fallen bird. You learn not to ask questions. At 16, you're sharper, stronger, still smiling. The emperor notices you once, says your name. For a moment, you exist. Then you're pregnant. This should be a victory. It's a death sentence with a delay. A child could raise you, or make you a target. Rumors spread. The jade hairpin consort accuses you of poisoning her tea. Lies don't need proof here. You're dragged before the emperor's mother. Prove your loyalty, she says. A whip waits inches from your skin. A servant speaks up for you. You're spared, but warned. You give birth to a son. Now the palace watches you closely. You barely sleep. Every creak sounds like footsteps. Stories circulate of poisoned cradles. You hide your child whenever you can. You're named a low-ranking consort. One step up the ladder, and closer to the fall. A friend warns you of a plot. Bribed officials. False charges. Execution. You act fast. Gold changes hands. The lie is exposed. Your enemy is dragged away screaming. You hold your son, shaking. By 18 you understand the game, and the game never ends. New girls arrive, younger, hungrier. The emperor's attention drifts. Then the plague comes. Whispers of another purge. You're 22. Your son is still alive, somehow. The emperor grows weak. The court panics. A rival accuses you of witchcraft. You're dragged into a stone courtyard. Moonlight glints off steel. Your child cries somewhere beyond reach. Confess, they say. You refuse. At the last moment, evidence surfaces. The lie collapses. You smuggle your son away. By 25, your body's failing. Infections, pain, weak lungs. You're no longer useful. A younger girl replaces you. But you've done something rare. You survived. And your son lives beyond these walls. As fever takes you, the palace continues. Silk rustling, knives sharpening. You were never just a concubine. You were a survivor. A shadow who outlasted death until death finally claimed its due.